In today's video, we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be revisiting some fragrances that I purchased a couple years ago, and I'm going to fill you guys in on how I'm feeling about them now. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, in today's video, we'll be talking about some fragrances that I picked up in 2023 for my birthday. It was a huge birthday fragrance haul. And the reason I decided to do this is because recently my birthday just passed again. And every time my birthday comes around, I do pick up quite a few fragrances for my birthday. And with that, whenever I have a big fragrance haul, it's inevitable that some fragrances get lost in the sauce. Like I may never really reach for them, or I never really get to know them. And that is a problem when you're buying a lot of fragrances. Let's just be honest, like how many days do you have to wear fragrance? And so I was going to do my haul from last year, but I figured let me take it 2 years back, because 2 years back is enough time for me to see if I like those fragrances. Did I ever get to know them? If I didn't, do they need to stay in my collection? Did they stay in my collection? I just felt like 2 years back was a better update for you all. So in today's video, I will be keeping it kind of brief to talk about each of these fragrances and let you guys know whether it was like a win or a fail or like a meh fragrance for me. And I have quite a few fragrances to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump into them. So this first fragrance is from Tom Ford, and this is Myrrh Mystère. So this to me is a myrrh scent. It's dark, it's a little bit smoky, it smells woody. It's beautiful, like churchy incense type of smell. I love the smell of this. However, I don't know if y'all can see my bottle. I've probably only worn this maybe 3 times in 2 years, which is a problem. Now granted, y'all know I live in a warm climate, and so these darker, heavier scents I don't get to wear as much as somebody who may live somewhere where it's cold most of the year. I don't like to kill myself with super heavy fragrances in 100-degree weather. Like I'm not doing that. So, you know, and I don't work an office job. I feel like if I worked an office job, I would have more of an opportunity to wear some darker, heavier scents because I'll be sitting in air conditioner all day. But that's not my life. And so, I mean, I do sit in air conditioner at my house, but it's different, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I am okay with not using my heavier fragrances as much because of my climate, my lifestyle, and I still love those fragrances. I'm still gonna get them. So with this one, I will say I am glad I have it in my collection. I think it's a beautiful fragrance from Tom Ford, and I feel like this is one of those fragrances that they've come out with over the past few years that have really been worth the money, in my opinion. You don't need a lot of this. It's a beautiful scent, but I just haven't been using it. So I still count this fragrance as a win, and this video is going to help me use this fragrance some this fall, winter. Like I can see myself wearing this probably in the next month or so when it starts to cool down a little bit. It's a beautiful scent, and who knows, I may even put it on my fragrance tray for next month because I really enjoy it, but it's just neglected in my collection. So again, that's Myrrh Mystère from Tom Ford. This next fragrance is from Armani Privé, and this is Indigo Tanzanite. So this is a beautiful, like dark kind of chocolatey patchouli scent. So this is earthy, but it's also a little bit sweet. It has some gourmand touches to it. I really enjoy this one. Again, it is a dark, heavy hitter scent, and so I don't wear it a ton, but I have worn this one more than Myrrh Mystère at least. And so I will count this one as a win. Although I don't wear it a ton, I feel like there is a definite place for it in my collection. I don't feel like it's redundant in my collection. And I can't wait to wear this when it starts to cool down a little bit. So again, that's Indigo Tanzanite from Armani Privé. This next fragrance is from Atelier collection, and this is Crystal Love for Her. So this fragrance to me is a mix of like a vanilla and chocolate scent. So it's a gourmand scent, but it doesn't get sticky sweet. It's just kind of like gourmand leaning. The vanilla in here smells slightly boozy and a little bit spicy, and then it's balanced by this chocolatey note that gives it a slight powdery edge. I'm not sure if it's actual chocolate, but that's what it smells like to me. I will say for this one, it's kind of a meh. It has been on my chopping block several times because Although I love the smell of this and I think it's a very nice gourmand, I love the price of this, I don't really feel like I ever really want to reach for it. Yeah, I don't ever really feel like I want to wear it. And every time I pull it down to wear it, I'm just kind of like, do I want to wear you? And I end up picking something else. So this, I mean, as I'm talking, like, yeah, this is helping me, because as I'm talking, I feel like I probably need to declutter this because space is scarce in my perfume collection and I can't hold on to a ton of fragrances that I'm just not into. And I don't want to say that about this, but that's the way I'm leaning. Like, I never really want to reach for this. So this one, I said it was a meh, but I guess it's going to turn into a fail, even though no, we're going to keep it at a meh, because I still would recommend this fragrance to people. It's just not something that I feel like smelling like, even though it smells really, really good. It's a beautiful vanilla scent, and it's something that I think will work well for a lot of people. It's just not something that calls my name anymore. So again, that is Crystal Love for her. This next fragrance is from Atelier des Ors, and this is Choer des Anges. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I apologize, but I love the bottle on this. This is a citrus scent. When I smell this, it kind of smells like a freshly squeezed juice, like a mix of orange juice and maybe lemon. So it's bright, citrusy, it's juicy. It's a beautiful scent, but it's a citrus scent. So with that being said, this is the type of fragrance I only reach for in the spring, summer. And I have to say, I don't think I wore this at all this spring, summer. Like at all. Even though it is a really pretty scent, it's still kind of a meh for me. Like, it's not something that I feel like I need to have in my collection. I'm not ready to let go of it yet, but it's not really something I feel like I need. It just feels kind of boring. I hate to say that, but it feels kind of boring. And to be honest, over the past 2 years, it's just gotten lost in my citrus fragrances. I think right now I have some citrus fragrances that I tend to reach for a lot more. Like, they just call my name more. I enjoy them more. And so if I would have paid retail for this, I definitely would have been disappointed, but I know I didn't pay retail for this. I'm sure I got it on a discount. So I'm not getting rid of it, but it's not something that I necessarily feel like I need. So again, that is Choer des Anges from Atelier des Ors. This next fragrance is from YSL, and this is Cabane. So this fragrance is still being made. However, the bottles do look different. So if you're interested in this fragrance, it is still available from the manufacturer. So to me, this comes off as like a spicy, floral, patchouli type scent. The floral that's in here kind of smells like rose, and it smells like a juicy rose, but it's not like super jammy. It's not sweet. It's more like juicy, fresh rose. And then you have these spices. I'm not sure what kind of spices in here. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of spices in here, but it does have a sweet undertone to this fragrance too. I don't know if there's something nutty in here or maybe tonka. That's probably what it is. And then it smells like there's some patchouli in here as well. That's giving it like a grounded, earthy smell without being too much. I feel like this fragrance is very classy, but it's not boring. It also has kind of like a muskiness to it as well. It's not boring. I really enjoy this scent. Don't wear it a ton, but for me, this one was definitely a win. It was something that I blind purchased, and I have no regrets. I mean, I don't have much of a dent, but this is a huge bottle, and this is the type of fragrance that when I do wear it, I really enjoy wearing it. So this one, thankfully, after those last few, is a win for me. So again, that is YSL Cabane. This next fragrance is from Amouage, and this is Crimson Rocks. So this fragrance is an interesting scent. Whenever I think about this fragrance, I think about just spiciness. So this has a bunch of warm, like kitchen spices in it to me. So like think cinnamon, nutmeg, those type of spices. And that's kind of what dominates this scent. So I feel like this is a type of fragrance that you have to spray it on your skin, because when I had smelled this in store before, it was kind of like, this just smells like a spice rack. Like, it literally smells like a kitchen spice rack. However, on the skin, it does open up a little bit. It comes a little bit sweeter. It's not a sweet fragrance, but it does become a little bit sweeter, a little bit more interesting. And so this is not a fragrance that I reach for often, but I still count it as a win, because it's one of those like unique fragrances that when I'm in the mood for it, I really enjoy wearing it. It's just I'm not in the mood for it that much, but I'm okay with it because I love the smell of it once I actually put it on my skin. But I will say smelling it on paper is definitely not the same, because to me, this, like, even as I'm smelling it right now, it's like sticking my nose in a spice drawer. but on the skin, it opens up and it becomes an actual fragrance. So I do enjoy it. I think it's an interesting one. It's a unique offering. I mean, that's what Amouage has kind of been known for. And I feel like this lines up with their collection. So again, that is Crimson Rocks from Amouage. This next fragrance is from Burberry, and this is Burberry Goddess. So this is the original EDP that they came out with. So as you can tell by my dent, this is a win for me. I love this fragrance. It's a beautiful vanilla fragrance that leans in the gourmand direction without going too foodie. There is something that is a bit perfumey about this fragrance, but unlike a lot of designer vanillas, it doesn't go like too perfumey, too floral, too headache inducing. This does have lavender in it as well. That gives it a bit of sophistication to me, and it does not smell masculine to me. Love this fragrance. I think it's a vanilla that I can wear year round, and every time I wear it, I just feel like I smell so good without doing like the most. So again, that is Burberry Goddess. This next fragrance is from Armani Privé, and this is Magenta Tanzanite. So this fragrance is a like coffee vanilla scent. It does have some spice in here as well. And to me, the spice smells kind of peppery. I'm not sure if it's black pepper, maybe it's like pink pepper, but it's a definite spice to this fragrance. This also kind of smells like it has a caramel undertone to it, but it doesn't come off sticky sweet. It mostly comes off to me like a fluffy, spicy, vanilla-based scent. I actually wore this fragrance the other night. I do love this fragrance. It's a definite win for me. Although it's a fragrance that I stick to for fall, winter, every time I wear it, I love it. I enjoy it. This, so far, out of all the ones that I mentioned besides Burberry Goddess, this is probably the one that I've reached for the most out of the ones that I've talked about today so far. So yeah, this one is a definite win. Again, that is Armani Privé Magenta Tanzanite. This next fragrance is from Alexander J, and this is called the Majestic Vanilla. So y'all know normally I spray my cards. I am not spraying this, y'all. I am not. So technically I still have this in my house, but it is not in my collection anymore. This I decluttered by giving to my husband. And honestly, it smells good on him. He wore this a couple, maybe like 2 weeks ago or so, and it smelled good on him. And I asked him what it was because I wasn't super familiar with the scent. I mean, he has a decent sized collection, but when I say decent, he maybe has 20 fragrances. So I feel like I'm usually, whatever he's wearing, I usually know what he's wearing, you know? But this one smelled a little bit different. I'm like, what is that? And he was like, oh, it's the one in the blue bottle you gave me. And I was like, okay, I knew exactly what he was talking about, but it actually smells really good on him. So when I purchased this, I was hoping it was going to be a like warm vanilla. I like Alexander J fragrances, but this, y'all, I'm not spraying it because it's strong. This to me comes off like, I don't know, like a green, like there's a very prominent green note to this fragrance. And I remember one time I wore this and I felt like it smelled dirty on me. And I don't know if that's just the interaction with my skin, because on my husband, it smells great. Like it smells great. And that was even close up, because you know, sometimes you smell fragrances in the air and they smell good, but you smell them close up and you don't like them. But even on him close up, this smelled really good. So I don't have much of a review on this. But for me, it was a fail, but I'm glad that I didn't actually get rid of it because it actually smells really good on him. So again, that's the Majestic Vanilla from Alexander J. This next fragrance is from Bond Number 9, and this is New Harlem. So I know my dent doesn't look very big in here, right? It's just a tiny dent. But for me, this is a significant size dent because the type of fragrance this is. I feel like this is a very niche fragrance. To me, this is what I call my sexy breakfast fragrance. So to me, it smells like pancakes and maple syrup with a touch of coffee and a touch of lavender. So whenever I think about this fragrance, I think about like sitting in a diner with a man with an expensive like suit on. Drinking a little bit of coffee with his pancakes and maple syrup. And I know I'm saying a man, but I love the way this smells on me. I will say that on paper, it smells more masculine. I feel like the lavender comes out more, but on skin, it really warms up. And even though it smells like maple syrup, it doesn't get like too thick and sticky. I have another fragrance that has like a maple syrup note in it, or smells like maple syrup to me. It's called Hot Cakes, I think, from Sniff. It was actually sent to me. And that one I can't really wear. It's still in my collection, but I don't feel the urge to wear it because it's so sugary sweet. This one to me is balanced. I do enjoy this, but it is a niche type of fragrance. But during the fall, winter, I love it. And so like I said, even though my dent is not very big, for me, the type of fragrance that this is a significant dent because it's a very particular type of smell is something I'm only gonna wear at a certain time of year, and I do not overspray this. I do not overspray this, okay? I'm saying that again for the people in the back because I know some of y'all think we should overspray everything. And we do have different, definitions of overspray. So my regular spray may be an overspray to you, but for me, I don't overspray this. And I think that if I did overspray this, it would become too much. It will be too much of everything. So for me, a regular spray works, and I absolutely love it and thoroughly enjoy it every time I wear it. So again, that one is a definite win for me, and that is Bond number 9, New Harlem. Speaking of fragrances that I do not overspray, this next one is from Initio, and this is called Tarot. So this fragrance is a very unique smell to me. There is something about this that comes off like peanut butter. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know the notes of this. This one is hard for me to describe, but let me try. So it comes off a sweet, spicy, a little nutty, a little woody, and the wood in here kind of smells like cedar, so it's giving that fresh woodiness. But on the skin, for some reason, to me, this kind of comes off smelling kind of like peanut butter, but not in a bad way. Like, you're not walking around smelling like you spilled peanut butter on yourself, but it gives me that vibe when I wear it. I do thoroughly enjoy it though, but this is not a safe blind buy. I think it's beautiful. I think it is perfectly unisex, and I think it's appropriate for fall, winter, but it's not going to be something that everybody enjoys. And I don't even know where that peanut butter type note comes out for me. I don't even know why it comes out for me, because if I remember, the notes don't have anything like that in here. But I enjoy it. So again, this is a win. You see, I have used it a little bit. This is one that, again, I would not overspray because it is quite potent. So again, that is Initio Tarot. This next fragrance is from Jimmy Choo, and this is Vanilla Love. So this fragrance, I actually featured on a recent video because it's on my fragrance tray this month. And the reason it's on my fragrance tray is because it's on the chopping block for me. So this fragrance, I'm gonna count it as a meh because I do enjoy the way it smells. I just don't ever really reach for it. So this is a vanilla fragrance. To me, it smells like there's some sort of candied citrus in here as well, almost like a candied lemon, but it doesn't go like lemon gourmand. It doesn't smell like that. It's just like a touch of like a candied citrus in addition to the vanilla. The vanilla in here is smooth and it's sweet, but it doesn't really smell cakey. I think it's a really elegant vanilla. I do enjoy it. I think it will be an easy reach for a lot of y'all. But for me, for some reason, I just never really bonded with this fragrance. It's not something I usually find myself wanting to wear. And again, it's one of those fragrances that when I pull it out to wear it, I usually change my mind and wear something else. So it's on my fragrance tray this month. So we shall see if it stays in my collection after this. I'm trying to use this month to kind of really get to know this fragrance and decide if it needs to stay or if it needs to go. So, but for now, I'm just going to call it a meh fragrance. Again, that is Vanilla Love from Jimmy Choo. This next fragrance is from Initio, and this is Blessed Baraka. So I love Initio. I think I have maybe like 7 of them, but this one is my least used one. So this fragrance to me smells like a spice bomb, honestly. Like, there's a lot of spice in here. I feel like there's some cinnamon in here. There is something that smells like leather in here, a little bit boozy as well. Also kind of feels like there may be like a plum note in here. I really don't know. I really don't wear this. Like, I've probably only worn this twice, which is bad. Only like twice in 2 years. Now, granted, this is the type of fragrance that I would not wear when it's hot or warm. This is definitely cold weather. And so, you know, take my only twice with a grain of salt. But I will say that if I had to declutter this, I probably wouldn't miss it at all because I feel like I really don't know it. Even though as I'm sitting here smelling it, it smells really good. I'm not ready to get rid of it. But I don't know if... I guess I'm gonna call it a meh because I'm not ready to get rid of it. I do think it smells really good, but I haven't taken the time to get to know it yet either. And that's been in 2 years. So hopefully me doing this video will help me pull this fragrance out this upcoming fall winter. So again, that's Blessed Baraka from Initio. This next fragrance is from Carolina Herrera, and this is Gold Myrrh Absolute. So this fragrance is another myrrh-based fragrance. And the myrrh in here is definitely an easier going myrrh than in the Myrrh Mystere from Tom Ford. So the myrrh here is prominent, but it is also surrounded by like a beautiful fluffy vanilla or tonka. It kind of smells nutty to me. And then it also smells like there may be something very slightly chocolatey in this scent. This is a gorgeous scent. This is something that I like to wear during the fall or winter because it makes me feel cozy, but it's not extremely heavy. Even though I do think it's more well suited for that time of year, this is not extremely heavy. So this is one that I can actually reach for and wear in my current climate and not feel like it's too overpowering. So although I don't wear this a ton, I do love it. I even like to wear this to bed, y'all. I have worn this to bed like during the summer, and it's just something cozy and comforting about this, but still unique and like sensual smelling. So I do love this one. So it's an absolute win. Again, that is Gold Myrrh Absolute from Carolina Herrera. So apparently I was on this Clive Christian kick. Like what was going on? But I picked up 3 fragrances from Clive Christian in that video. I'm sure I got them for good deals, but even good deals on these are not good deals, y'all. So anyway, the first one is Blonde Amber. And this one is probably the most talked about Clive Christian scent that I can think of. It's the one that caught my attention from the brand. I think before I heard about this fragrance, I was never interested in the brand at all. But this fragrance is an amber scent that is spicy. It's warm. There's a little bit of like, almost like an animalic muskiness to this, but there's also a little bit of sweetness to it, and it's dark and woody and boozy. So I love this fragrance. I think it's perfect for winter time. This is not something I reach for when it's hot outside at all because it's too much. It's very powerful, very strong. So I do really enjoy this fragrance. I'm glad that I have it. Although it is expensive, a little goes a long way. This again is one that I would not overspray at all, okay? Because you're gonna be killing yourself. You're gonna be out here choking yourself and others. But I do really, really enjoy this. Love it for cold weather, date night. It's a sexy type scent to me. So this was a win. So again, that is Blonde Amber from Clive Christian. The next fragrance is also from Clive Christian, and this is Cosmos Flower. So this fragrance is a floral scent that smells very stuffy and formal, in my opinion. The floral in here smells like jasmine, and to me it kind of smells dirty, like indolic jasmine. And actually when I was pulling out the fragrances for this video, I saw this was one of them, and it's one that like I have moved around in my collection so many times because it sticks with its sister, Blonde Amber. I move it around in my collection, and every time I move my collection around, I notice that I don't wear this. I've probably worn this fragrance one time. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Like I need to stop fighting it. I know I'm not gonna get much money back for it, and I think that's why I've hesitated to declutter it, because this is not a popular one. So I will be taking a loss on this. Like, I mean, you take a loss on any fragrance you sell, but you know what I mean. Like, this was not a good purchase for me. I should have known because I'm not really that big into floral scents. I can't even tell you the notes on this. Like, I think I may have worn this one time and that's it. And just smelling it now, it just smells like something I would not wear. It does not smell like me at all. May not be a bad fragrance. I'm sure some of y'all love this fragrance. I don't think it's super popular, but I know some of y'all own this. But for me, I just need to admit I don't like it. So this one is a fail for me, and I will be decluttering it. So again, that is Cosmos Flower from Clive Christian. Next up was another one from that same collection of Clive Christian, and it was called Vanilla Orchid. So it looks like this, but I don't have it anymore. So therefore it was a fail. So to me, that one smelled like a vanilla, if I remember correctly. I think it smelled like a vanilla flower garden. So there was some vanilla there, but it also smelled very green. It smelled very fresh, but also spicy, if I remember correctly. But apparently I didn't enjoy it enough, or I didn't like the way it smelled on my skin. And so I decluttered that one a while ago. It just wasn't for me, I guess. So that one had to be a fail as well. This next fragrance is from Penhaligon, and this is Oh the Audacity. So this one, you can see I have a decent sized dent. This one is a vanilla scent that is a bit suede-y. It's a bit spicy. It does have a bit of an aromatic touch to it. It is in that Baby Cat family of fragrances. So similar to Baby Cat, one that I absolutely love. I do have a video talking about this fragrance, but I love this fragrance. Every time I wear it, I feel like I just smell magnificent, okay? So this one was definitely a win for me. Again, that's Penhaligon's Oh the Audacity. This next fragrance is from Dries van Noten, and this is Suave Maliki. So this fragrance is my first purchase from the brand. And now I think I have about 5 of them, but I do really enjoy this fragrance. And I feel like it had to grow on me. I feel like when I purchased this, I liked it, but I didn't know if it smelled like me. But as time has gone on, I really enjoy this fragrance. And so when I'm in the mood for it, I love to wear it. I do have a decent sized dent. You can see right there. So to me, this smells like a silky chestnut and rose scent. I believe rose is the flower here. That's what it smells like anyway. But the rose in here smells kind of more on the fresh side, not really sweet. But there is still some sweetness to this fragrance. I do feel like it smells nutty, specifically like chestnut. I could be completely wrong, but that's what it smells like to me. And then it kind of has this kind of musky, musky woodiness to it. It kind of smells like maybe like a creamy, musky sandalwood. Yeah, and it has this silky vibe. So the Dries Van Noten fragrances all have some sort of like textile accord or feel to them. And I believe this one is like silk, but it definitely gives off a silky vibe to it. I love it. It's a very well done fragrance. It's a pretty girl scent, an elegant scent in my opinion, without being stuffy and still being kind of easy to wear. Beautiful scent. So again, this one was a win. It's Soie Maliki from Dries Van Noten. And then finally, the last fragrance is from Guerlain, and this is Tobacco Honey. So this one I'm also not going to spray because it is extremely strong, and yeah, it'll take over my room. But this one is a tobacco and honey scent, as the name would imply. The honey here, though, is pretty potent. So you have to like honey to like this. To me, this smells more honey than tobacco. So the honey is very present, it's very thick. It's a specific smell. It doesn't go full on animalic to me like some honey fragrances can, but it does kind of almost lean in a direction. Like it's sweet, it's thick, it smells like the natural raw honey that you get, not the kind you get from Publix. And then the tobacco in here is spicy, it's a little bit sweet, it's warm, but it's not doing the most. The tobacco to me in here is pretty tame. It's the honey that's more of the beast in this fragrance. Now, although honey and tobacco is a common combination, I still don't think this is a safe blind buy, because to me, the honey is so prominent that I feel like that could turn a lot of people off. I did blind purchase this and I have no regrets, but I will say that if you're able to sample this, get your nose on it, because the honey is like there. You have to like honey to like this fragrance. Like you could be not so big on tobacco and still like this, but if you don't like honey, no. You're not gonna like this. But I think it's a beautiful scent, and it's a heavy hitter, one that I wear fall winter only generally because it's just very strong. So of course this is a win for me, and it's Guerlain Tobacco Honey. So that was fun. I feel like this video was helpful to me because it kind of helped me like go back and look at things I purchased and, you know, basically hold myself accountable for some of these purchases, and also kind of brought some of them back to the forefront of my mind so that I can wear them again now that we're in that time where I would be reaching for a lot of these fragrances. And that is specifically why I chose my birthday haul. Number one, because whenever I do my birthday hauls, they're big, but also generally for my birthday hauls, I'm buying fall winter fragrances. So I didn't want to do a haul that mainly focused on like spring summer fragrances, because I'm moving out of that, you know, I'm moving into the fall winter. And so I wanted it to be fair, you know. So anyway, I'm glad I did this. I hope you guys found it helpful. Let me know if you've tried any of these fragrances. What do you think of them? And let me know if this is the type of video you would like to see again from me one day. Not gonna be doing them every month or anything like that. But if it's something that you're interested in seeing again from me, let me know, because this is different from me. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Turn that notification bell on so that you don't miss a video from me. Also, make sure you check out the description box down there. I will have links to all the fragrances that I mentioned, along with any applicable discount codes, and I'll also have all the other places you can find me. So my website and my social media will be down there as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.